I feel like this is going to become a recurrent series in this channel because you seem to like it, I like it, and I have a ton of shirts. I have been exploring the internet in search of new upcycling techniques, and I have found some that are exceptional. I'm feeling very experimental, so today we're gonna try 3 methods. New angle alert. The first technique that I'm going to be showing you I found on Instagram, more precisely on this account, which, by the way, everything this girl makes is absolutely insane, so make sure you go and check her out. This is a victim of the day, and I like to call this one Lace It Up. The plan is very simple for this one. We're going to cinch the waist using some elastic thread, and then we're going to cut a square neck, put some bias, and underneath the bias sew some lace, and then we're going to remove the cuff, put some elastic on the cuff, and put some lace also underneath the elastic, and we're going to do the same with this part. We're just going to put some lace everywhere, hence the name. I think you got it. My lace is wider than needed, so I'm going to trim the excess off. I've also made it way longer than the neckline because I'm gonna gather it. I was thinking about how I don't think I've ever done any video where gathering was not involved. What can I say? I did the first sleeve yesterday, so now we're gonna do the other sleeve, which basically I finished this with lace, and now I'm just gonna do some gathering stitches, elastic thread stitches. Shirring. It is the next day. I just woke up. I tried the shirt on, and I like how it looks right now. I don't think I want to cinch the waist anymore, even though that was the original idea, but I don't think I want to do that. I'll show you. Okay, so honestly, sometimes I do things without thinking, and this is one of them, because I cut the neckline without thinking too much about my own proportions. You understand what I mean. I don't want to be flashing anybody, but I feel like that could happen at any moment. I mean, I don't think it would, but I wouldn't be surprised if it did. Now I was thinking, I have seen some tops that have like a shirring line right on the neck, and it's supposed to help the garment stay put. I'm not sure if that was supposed to happen before I sewed the bias tape. Probably. Now that I'm thinking about it, it makes much more sense. It does. But you know what, I'm gonna try anyway. And if that doesn't work, I'm just gonna redo it. Other than that, I really like I think it looks very much baby doll. The way that I would style this is very simple. White shorts, like cute white shorts, perhaps with some lace. And I don't have white shorts with lace. I feel like I don't even need to say this, but I'm gonna be redoing the neck. I present to you the next victim. This is a very fancy shirt that my boyfriend has given me. It's not his size anymore, and I have been so afraid of messing it up. Every time I have like some fancy garment that doesn't fit perfectly, those are the ones that I'm more reticent to upcycling or to tailoring, because I'm so afraid. Like, okay, if I don't touch them, then nothing bad is gonna happen, but then I don't wear them. So we have to. I'm not gonna touch much, but it's gonna make the biggest difference. I wanna cinch the waist, and we're gonna play around with these two seams, and depending on how that goes, add front darts and back darts. And also a tip for beginner sews out there, beginner upcyclers out there. If you're afraid of starting a project, one thing you can do is start with a very loose stitch, so you can always unpick it, it won't be such a hard time, and then when you're secure, when you're happy with your decision, you can go over it with a more secure stitch. So that's what we're gonna be doing today, because I don't wanna mess this up. I can't say that I tremendously dislike this fit. I don't think it looks that bad, but I wanna make it better. Let's try to make it better. Update, this is not going well. In fact, I'm actually gonna give up on this upcycling because I feel like I've tried and I don't like the results I'm getting, and perhaps this just means that I should keep this shirt as it is. I don't know, but I don't even know if I'm gonna include this footage because it's very disappointing. This is me giving up. You can say it. This shirt is very ugly. I don't like to call things ugly, just different, right? But I don't like this shirt. I need to start learning my lessons, which is try on something you don't like first, and then you can do the real deal. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna try to make this something a bit less I have to say this is so hard to sew because the garment is already made. So having to sew on like a very large surface means there's a lot of fabric on both of your sides when, you know, when going on the machine. But I feel like I could definitely go all the way. I am going to pause a little bit to work on the neckline. I think I'm gonna go just like the pictures for a very flat neckline. So I think I'm just gonna cut out the collar and try to make a very straight cut on both sides and kind of go from there. Again, I don't really care too much about this shirt, although I have to admit that I am starting to like it. Imagine this shirt becoming my favorite shirt after the upcycling. Just imagine. I'm not finished, but this is such an improvement. I'm really obsessed. I am. I don't think this is like the one project that you should jump into when you start sewing. But if you're a confident beginner, I think you can do this. I think you can. Because I can. At first it's kind of tricky, I have to say. Then you kind of get the gist of it. So yeah, I'm super impressed. I'm really, really impressed. Okay, I'll see you in a little bit. Once it's done. I'm very pleased with how this turned out, but I'm also very happy to have gone for a shirt that I don't really like first. This is an upcycling mock-up of sorts. So I do recommend trying on something you have no care for. Here are my takeaways, or basically the things I would try to do differently the next time I do this upcycling. The first thing is I would definitely increase the distance between each shirring line, because I do feel constricted. I don't know the science behind shirring, so I don't know if there's any other way of perhaps making this less tight. The second thing that I would do is that I would definitely skip this last line, because I really liked the effect on the arms, and whilst I was trying to achieve that, I don't think I left enough space to have that sort of ruffly effect. And the last thing I would do differently is I would try to start my shirring, or at least have the neckline start with the first button, because shirring kind of pulls the fabric away. I could still hem it like this, and I think it would be prettier. And whilst I was editing, there was some footage of the bodice being shirred without one of the arms being shirred, and I really liked that look. So I think I might try that. I think it's really nice to experiment with shirring and see all the sort of looks that you can achieve. I'm pretty sure there are so many variants and things you can do. You can also really space the shirring lines and sort of create those bubble looks, kind of medievally. And yeah, try all sorts of things. I think I'm gonna keep experimenting with shirring because it's something that I really enjoy, and I'll definitely document. I hope you have found this video informative, or at least entertaining. If you're going to recreate any of these, do let me know in the comments. You can also tag me on Instagram, because I always like to see what you're up to. If you'd like to show some support, you can subscribe. You can also like the video. It does make a difference. I post every week, usually on Thursdays. See ya!